Hey guys, welcome to the very first Define exclusive content subscription. We're really excited to start out with this new product and be able to reach just a larger amount of you guys and be a part of your interview preparation. For those of you who don't know, I'm Claire Buffy and I'm one of the co-founders of Define, and I was Miss New York 2010 in the Miss America organization. Both Mallory and I have learned so much through our prep teams, both through the local level, the state level, and for Mallory, even with the teen program. And so we have a lot of different perspectives that we've tried to take into our company as we help more and more young women on their journey to the Miss America stage. But really, we feel that that journey to the stage happens in the interview room first and foremost. Take your preparation day by day so that you're taking maybe one of these concepts each day and really dissecting them and thinking about the current event or the campaign corner, maybe the tips or the tricks, and just taking them one day at a time so that you don't overburden yourself with pageant prep and instead make it an integral part of each part of your day or your week. So we wanted to take a second to highlight some tips from me this week, and in 2 weeks you'll have Mallory's tips to kick off this video portion of our newsletter, and then in weeks following we will be having featured guests from the Miss America organization and beyond. So we'll be meeting a lot of people, hearing about their advocacy, hearing about what they learned and gained from the Miss America organization, and how you might be able to do the same. I have a fun story to tell about preparation. This is advice that has stuck with me as something that I continually give to other people. And it came from when I was in my second local year in Indiana, actually. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana originally, although I moved to New York and became Miss New York. I was competing in Miss Central Indiana, and this girl came on stage at rehearsal, and her name was Katie Stam. And I had heard about Katie Stam and that she was going to be a competitive one coming into the local. Throughout the entire competition, I just thought, this girl is totally going to win. And I just kind of let go and had fun during the day. And it ended up being one of probably the best interviews that I've ever had. So I just let go during the entire day. And when it came down to crowning, they called second runner-up. They called first runner-up Katie Stam. Crazy. And then I won this pageant, and I was just totally beside myself because you can tell that I didn't think I was going to win, because my conversation with Katie in the wings just prior was, so what did you think of your first, Miss America local? Do you think that you'll come back again? Thinking you're totally not going to have to, because you're going to win this local today. But she said, yeah, it's a different experience, but I'm enjoying it thus far, and we'll just see what happens next. Well, what happened next, as I said, was that I was crowned Miss Central Indiana, and a few days later, I got a Facebook message from Katie saying, okay, I think I'm going to do another one. I think I'm going to do Miss Duneland, which was the title that I was giving up from the previous year. And she said, do you have any advice? With no claim to wisdom or authority, I wrote this Facebook message that really has stuck with me. You have to have the confidence that you can win, but the humility that only one girl does. And then you have to have the self-love and respect to know that you don't owe anyone else anything. And by being up on that stage and by being in that interview room and putting yourself into a vulnerable place of competing, you've already proven yourself to you, to others, to anyone who may be watching. We've all heard the phrase, different judges, different day. And that's maybe become a cliche, but it's important to remember. And it's important to remember to just be your most authentic self. Give everything you've got to your competitions, whether it's a local, state, or national competition. Don't take anything for granted. And at the end of the day, walk away with your head held high, with pride and self-respect, knowing that you did what you were able to physically, emotionally, mentally at that point in time on that given day. And then it's up to the subjective opinion of 5 strangers. When you think about it like that, it's pretty crazy that we all do this pageant thing. But as you'll see in these featured videos, there's so much to gain from this organization, win or lose, top 5, top 10, non-finalist, any of those things, there's still something to gain. And we hope that even through this exclusive content subscription that you're able to gain just a more global and worldly approach, knowing that you are probably going to be the most aware during this preparation process for Miss America than any other time in your life. That's a really beautiful time, and I encourage you to take advantage and make the most of it. So we'll see you next week with tips from Mallory.